Stop using INKSTRIKE wastefully. INKSTRIKE is one of the most versatile specials in the game, yet most players don't even know how to use it. What I love about INKSTRIKE is how you can use it in so many different ways, from defense to offense. So today, I'm going to show you how to properly use INKSTRIKE and be a real asset to your team. But stick around to the end for my best tip. Number 1, tower control and defense. So let's say you're a teammate on tower. Your team is pushing, but the enemy team is throwing splat and suction bombs on the tower. A nice way to keep control of the tower is to lay down your INKSTRIKE on the tower and space out the explosions. This will create a temporary shield that no bombs or bullets can get through, allowing you to push that a little bit further with the tower. This is great for scenarios where that extra few seconds on the tower will result in either passing a checkpoint, gaining the lead, or even winning the game. You can also use this tactic defensively. If the enemy team is pushing the tower, you can throw the INKSTRIKE bombs onto the tower with some space in between again to force players off of the tower and either jump on yourself or create just enough time to start pushing the tower back. On to 2, take control in splat zones. INKSTRIKE produces a moderate amount of ink and is great for taking zones away from the enemy team. This is perfect for when your team is ready to push. It can create a brief wall and take the zone in one go, so you and your team can swoop in. However, on maps with larger zones, or more than one zone, it may not be possible to take the zone, so on these maps, you may be better off using the special differently. Tip number 3, instantly release the Rainmaker. You can instantly release the Rainmaker using just 2 of the 3 INKSTRIKE bombs. There are 2 key moments when you'd want to use this. When you're pushing the Rainmaker, you can quickly cause the explosion and follow up by taking the Rainmaker, whilst being protected by the 3rd bomb. The second key moment is for defense. If the enemy team is creating a hard push but have not yet got the Rainmaker, you can cause a quick Rainmaker explosion, grab the Rainmaker, and either run, or if you're in a dire situation, run off the edge of the map and reset the Rainmaker. If you're enjoying the video so far, then why not splat that like button so more INKSTRIKE users can benefit from these tips. Number 4, counter crab. Although INKSTRIKE isn't the best crab counter, it can still destroy a crab tank in one hit. With crab still being a majorly used special, this adds another way to deal with crab without losing out on the whole special. The way to deal with crab with INKSTRIKE is to either catch the player unaware, have the crab backed up in a corner, or lay all the strikes in such a way that the crab cannot escape. Now for the final and best tip, the path of invincibility. My favourite way to use INKSTRIKE is for creating paths for myself and my team. This works best in Clan Blitz, but also very well in Rainmaker. To do this, you need to be fairly close to the enemy basket. You then just lay out the INKSTRIKEs in a line, just like I did there, starting closest to you, and swim through the explosions through to the clan. By doing this, you not only create a direct path, you also cannot be shot or have bombs thrown at you, causing what I like to call the path of invincibility. The major downside to this is that you or a close teammate must be fairly close to the enemy basket, which could result in the enemy team splatting you before you can pull this off. I have used this play successfully in so many matches that I am surprised that I haven't seen any other players do this. I also love doing this as there is almost nothing the enemy team can do to stop you, hence the name. So those are my top 5 tips on how to use INKSTRIKE, but I'd love to hear if you have any tips you'd like to share with us. Once you have fully learned these tips, you might be wondering, how can I up my game? Maybe even push into S+ rank? Well, why don't you follow these tips on just how to do that.